Oh howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it is time for some PathOfExile discussion. It's a new league start and that means there is a public service announcement that needs to be repeated. That is that it is a bad idea nowadays to farm the divination card Humility in order to get yourself a Tabula Rasa. The reason for that is that in patch 3.19, Humility and Tabula Rasa were both made considerably rarer than they used to be. This nerf, however, did not apply to the divination card The Chains That Bind. It used to be that it was pretty much 6 of one, half a dozen of the other as to which of these was the better farm. Nowadays, it is just unequivocal. The Chains That Bind is much quicker to compile a set of, and it will give you a better item than Humility will. In fact, you'll be able to, on average, compile 3 sets of the Chains That Bind in the time it takes you to farm 1 set of Humility. So even if it turns out that your Chains That Bind end up giving you things that you can't possibly chrome, like let's say that your build needs 4 red, 1 green, 1 blue, and you end up picking up a set of Chains That Bind, turning it in, and you get something that's got a high dex and high int requirement, like a Sadist Garb, and you can't possibly chrome that into the colours you need. Even then, you can just go farm a second set of Chains That Bind, and you can put aside that Sadist Garb, or if you're in Trade League, you can trade it to someone else. Once you've got your 6-link from Chains That Bind, you can do a super budget Eldritch Craft on it, which just means you slam a Life Essence on it, the highest tier that you can realistically afford, then you put a single Ichor on it, a single Ember on it, and you've got something that just comprehensively outclasses Tabula Rasa as an item to equip. So it's time to leave behind Blood Aqueducts, the Channel map, the Waterways map, and the Frozen Caverns map, and instead jump over to Cells in Tier 4, Cage map in Tier 5, or if you're feeling really masochistic, Tier 7 Dungeon will also do the job. There's a couple places in the Axe that drop the Chains That Bind, but they're in low tier zones, which therefore have reasonably low monster density, and as a result, I'm not going to advocate farming them there. Of course, with a little bit of luck, you might get 1 or 2 during your run through the campaign. Anyways, I said you were getting a quick PSA, so that's the end of the video. May your Varlobs have interesting results.